a new intro. Are you excited or what?
Yippee! It was so compelling. I mean, I
You
was like, I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was waiting for your song, so I didn't know it was going to go right from that to this. But I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool! Because you know what? We are thriving. We might be in a world of toxic soup and
Yeah.
toxic a bunch of stuff, but you know what? People are rising, and you were spot on, girl. I love it. Did you make that?
Yeah, that's our new intro. And so I kind of messed up with everybody. I'm sorry, friends, that we are like, that was a little bit. Oops. Okay. I just wanted to make sure to share it with everybody to let them know that we're here we are.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, I I wanted people to know how we aren't just being hopeful.
Mm-mm.
And I wrote a book, and in the book I wrote that nature has grace, because you're talking about this toxic soup. But the thing is, we have the ability to regenerate, and we have the ability to uh, rebuild and regenerate so that we can walk into purity. The thing is that, yes, they're poisoning all the things, and even all the arrogance of man that they're pouring on to nature. Mother Nature's like, look, y'all can stop, okay? Just stop. And so Mother Nature is just like, you think you're going to destroy me, but no, you're not. Like, stop tripping. Like the little toddlers, when you
Yeah.
have the babies and the toddlers come and they attack you and they're mad and they're beating you up because you're being a mean mama or something sometimes, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And we're just like, oh,
Right.
honey, I know you're upset, but we're just not having ice cream right now, okay?
Right.
We're not. We're gonna go here now. Let's go. So
Mhm.
that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Is there are these devils who are trying to operate in their arrogance because they think they're better than everybody else for whatever reason.
Yeah, those people making fake food,
Right.
spraying
And
the skies.
yeah, whatever this nonsense. But we mamas are just like,
Mm-mm.
you can't fool Mother Nature, okay? Like, please stop trying. What are you doing? Like, Mother Nature knows what's going on. The truth is known.
Yeah.
So, how many there have been, that we're walking into the next great human extinction because of the arrogance of man, as it has happened many times before. But this was supposed to be the time of the remembering, the
Mm.
ones that remembered. And it is the time for the remnants to rise, and the remnants are rising. That's what's happening.
Wow.
So,
Well, very powerful, opener, powerful start to this awesome week that we have ahead of us. So,
yeah, Mother's Day started it all,
right.
and it was something
Happy
that
belated Mother's Day to all the
happy
mothers out
Mother's,
there and to you, Niti.
and to you as well. Yes, yeah, so this was my Mother's Day gift. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I really felt like it is our vibe. I think it's our vibe. What do you think?
I think it's pretty cool.
I
I
was
really
hoping you were
do.
gonna like it. I was like, oh,
I
I
do like it. I totally do like it. I miss the song, but I actually really like it because it's so, you know what it is? It's so suspenseful. It's like, what? What's gonna happen?
we don't know. We
Hanging
never
on
know.
every little sentence that popped up, and I'm like, what? So it was good. Very
Okay.
good. Wow. You know
Okay.
what? I think I want to enroll myself into like a video creation class. You know what I mean? Because all I know how to do right now is you know, put something on Zoom
Mhm.
and then like download it and then
Mhm.
save it, or I could like cut a piece out, not from
Mhm.
the middle of anything. I mean,
Mhm.
technically I can, but then I
Mhm.
lose everything before and everything after. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I need to know how people who know how to do video editing, because I have Mambi, right? I got me and my big ideas up in here.
Mhm. That's so this is something that I'm constantly trying to work on.
Mhm.
And, I was into photography and I was into all these different things. And I know like if I really just spend enough time, I can do it. And also I have so much other stuff going on and I don't actually have the time to do that the way that I want. So it's like every time I try to start messing around too much with it, it's like, oh, shoot, I wish I had more time. What are we busy doing anyway, Michelle? What are we busy doing over here anyway?
Okay, so well, okay, couple things. And I need to let everybody know I only have a half an hour left. So I need
Okay.
to just let that be known up front. But what are we
It's a
doing?
short one. It's gonna be a short one. We got a lot we wanted to talk about. I don't
I
know.
know. Well, you
You
know what
got a
it is?
story. Did you have the story you wanna tell us
Oh, I do
first?
have a story that I want to share with you because I'm
Okay.
realizing, you know what? I've heard this same story enough times by random different people
Okay.
that I think it's something that has to be talked about. Okay,
Oh,
so and just a little bit of context. I was visiting my kids and got invited by my oldest son's good friend's mother to come over and have a barbecue, right, with them. And I was like, that is so great because I didn't have Mother's Day plans except for, we celebrated with my mom on Saturday.
yeah.
So, needless to say, I was thrilled to be invited to do a Mother's Day thing. So, and I didn't really know this family very well. I know the son because he comes over, but I didn't know like his family, right? So, pack up the kids, we get in the car, or sorry, we didn't even get in the car. We walked. We walked over there, and lovely family, by the way, amazing people. I was so like, wow, I was taken aback at how welcoming and warm and just genuine. There was no pretense. There was nothing uncomfortable at all. I felt really at home. And then it was like, you know, I have this joke that I'm no fun at parties anymore because I'm so different than everybody else. And like people want to talk about, oh, this, sports or what's happening in Hollywood or like the next greatest movie that just came out or whatever, and I'm so disconnected from pop culture. I'm totally disconnected from pop culture that, you know, by some accounts, I would be considered weird. Okay. And so, and sometimes my kids are like, you know, don't go there, mom. You know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna be able to take you out, if you're gonna say certain things, right? Especially when
Mhm.
it comes to what. So here we are having a great old time, and like 10 minutes into it, the mom, her name is Amber. She's like, "So tell me a little bit about yourself," And I was like, "Really? No,
No. No.
really?"
Really?
I said, "Well, I'm passionate about the restoration of America." And then she was like, "Really?
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean?" And like, "Are you a politician?" Like, and I said, "No, not at all." I said, "Actually, I'm a state national." And she went, "I've heard of that." And that was the first time where it ended up being that she actually did hear about the right thing. Because this may have happened to you before.
No, it has never happened to me.
Okay, so I've
What?
met people who think they know what this is.
Yes, I've met those people.
Okay, so I've met those people too.
Mhm.
The only word that she had that was like totally not right is she accidentally referred to it a number of times as state nationalist as opposed to state national. So I did
Oh.
I did kind of correct her on that a couple of times, but she's like, "I've heard of this." And I'm like, "Really?" Because I've heard people say that before. And then they want to
Yeah,
talk about sovereign citizen, or then they want to talk about trusts or PMAs. And
yeah.
so I'm like, I at first thought, no, she probably hadn't heard of this, because
Right.
really.
Because mostly they have not.
Because mostly my past says that they have not. So yesterday was somewhat of a breakthrough for
Wow.
me, anyway, because I said, "You have? Like, oh my gosh." And she said, "Yeah, so what do you mean? Like, what are you doing to restore America?" I said, "Well, I'm the
Wow.
coordinator for the California Assembly, and I teach people about becoming American and then giving them the opportunity to participate if they want to volunteer and serve
Mhm.
on the assembly, so we're trying to stand up our courts and all of that." She was like, "Wow, oh my gosh, that is so cool." She said, "I started reading about this a couple of years ago, during the
Really?
pandemic. I
Uh-huh.
started like really realizing that things are kind of crazy out there." And, she's got like a real estate empire.
Wow.
So this is where it got interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
whole thing was interesting. The whole day. I mean, we were like, blah, blah, blah. We were like long lost sisters. We had the best time.
Wow.
Um, yeah. And I'm like, okay, girl. Psh.
You're s you're still talking to me. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. And then we went down all these rabbit holes. It was so awesome. So my kids were
Wow.
like, "Go, mom, you have a friend,"
You made a
it's like,
friend. Oh my goodness.
normally it's like, okay, mom, they like have to pull me away or like
They're like,
make
"We'll
make
take her home.
excuses,
So sorry."
"Sorry,
Yeah.
mom, I think we need to go, mom."
Mhm.
Red
Emergency, emergency.
alert, woo, woo,
Yeah.
time to
Yes.
go. She's talking about the thing, right? So but the thing that got us kind of like stuck, and not stuck in the conversation, but
Mhm.
stuck in like, yeah, that's the only issue that is yet to be fully realized. Okay. Because it's actually her family business. Okay.
Mhm.
Incredibly successful in the real estate market, right?
Right, right.
Just have done like, in terms of, commerce. Okay. They've done everything right.
Mm.
Incredible lifestyle, all the stuff, and internally knowing things are just not right. You know what I mean?
Mm, mhm,
So
mhm,
she hasn't
mhm.
gone down the rabbit hole about real estate and how it hindered our access to the land fully,
Right.
right?
Correct.
However, the question that kept coming up, because then the mother-in-law wanted to talk about it, and the sister-in-law wanted to talk about it, and the husband wanted to talk about it. So now we're all like having this great conversation, like this whole big old group conversation. It was wonderful.
Wow.
But the issue was, well, but how do you make money? And I said, well, we're like in this process of making our an economy of living people,
Mhm.
because the sort of belief out there is, well, you're going to have to give everything up and live in a cave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to have to be so living off of the land in your own little universe. You're going to have to find
Mhm.
a square to live on somewhere and grow your own stuff or whatever.
Right, because they don't believe well, Anna is the only one I know that head on addresses financial sovereignty. Like you're not sovereign unless you're financially sovereign. And for her to even talk about it, it's such a big deal.
Yeah, it
And
really is.
it's literally something that most people are terrified to even claim. And she's got the kahunas to just be like, boom, and talk about it. And I mean, she takes heat for it, obviously, as
Uh-huh.
well. But who else do you know that built an entire bilateral banking system?
I never even heard of bilateral banking system before, Anna. Let's just get real and give credit where it's due, okay?
I mean, anybody who wants to question the poor woman about literally anything is they got I'm just like, what kind of mountain are you standing on trying to talk to her? Like, what is going on here?
Mhm, mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
wow. My Mother's Day experience was nothing like that.
No. Tell me about
No.
your Mother's Day. I mean, unless you don't want to, I understand. It
I
sounds like a
I
wah,
don't
wah, wah.
I don't know. I mean, let's not talk about my
Okay.
Mother's Day. I mean,
I'll trust you on that one.
yeah, I think I'll tell you, I'm such a nerd.
You are.
Okay. My husband
Welcome to
is trying
Nerdville.
I know my husband's trying always to like be like, "Come on, it's Mother's Day. We should like, let us spoil you." And I'm like, "Isn't it my day?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Great." So look, for Mother's Day, I got myself these books.
You are a nerd. You're just like me, except for
I got Express Trust Under the Common Law, How to Study Law,
oh my
Handbook
goodness.
handbook, these are like big books,
Everyone take
okay?
screenshots. Those are golden books.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm getting
Hand
my copies.
Handbook of the Law of the Suretyship and Guarantee.
Mhm.
The
Okay,
nat
clue.
the Yeah,
Surety ship. Surety ship. If it has the word ship in it, it
ship.
might be it might be maritime commerce.
Mhm. The nature and sources of the law. So this is like
Wow.
one that I'm super excited about
Gold.
because like this one is going to be talking about um and this is coming these are books that are from the law libraries of like Harvard, Columbia University Law School, like all the law schools where you
Is it
can't take
before they went woke?
they won't let the books out. They won't let the books out of those libraries, and a lot of these were burnt, and people were dumpster diving and,
Oh yeah,
um,
Anna was saying that. Yeah.
and saving these books,
Mhm.
and so this talks about the sources of the law, the judicial prudence in the
Mm.
United States, the custom, the morality, the equity. I mean, like things that you can't find this stuff anywhere, okay? And they're talking about, uh, res- the reception of the Roman law, the
Wait, the
reception.
reception, meaning like when they received Roman law here? Is that what you
Mhm.
mean by reception?
I mean, I haven't read all these yet, but the
Mhm.
first part of the appendix is pi usus. Okay, I'm learning all this. Piiusus, piusus, in the latter Roman Empire. And then it goes into hereditas jacens. Then it goes into reception of the Roman law. Then it goes into the Church of England. Then visitors. Then autonomy. Then rules of construction. I mean, and then they start bringing in the United States.
Mhm. Well,
Okay,
you know what's amazing about this? Okay, so
they're like creating all the things that we know. Okay, and then I have this big gigantor one is the
how many
reading.
pages is that one? It's like 1,000 pages. That's thicker than my
It's
Bible, I think.
it's actually 625
Oh,
pages.
wow, it's
So
not as thick as my Bible. How about this?
I know. The reading well, what I like is you can see the print pretty good.
Oh, good. Yeah,
It's not
not
like
micro print.
yeah, it's not microscopic.
Mhm.
So, but, yeah, this one is telling us about the jury, the custom of the realm, the king's courts, English law before, there was law, then there's law of morals, then there's
Mhm.
courts in general, sources and forms, and it gets into capacity and juristic persons and grounds of avoidance and torts. And I mean, it
Mm.
talks about a lot of
Well, listen, but there needs to be a disclaimer, okay? Because pretty much
Mhm,
anything prior, I mean, anything after the Civil War, okay,
mhm,
anything after 18, 68, I think,
mhm.
18, yeah, something like that.
Um,
Then it's like almost everything is agendized. So you just have to, or
yeah, you
not all
gotta
of it, but you got to know that that's when there was this like fork in the road
Mhm,
between our American common law and our
mhm,
what I learned, the court of common law pleas, right?
mhm,
From
mhm.
Baby Pirates Matey.
Yes.
So
So I have that too.
that's when there was a split in the road here.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
other thing that was very evident in that amazing book that I'm not done reading yet is
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
how much was spelled out in the unanimous Declaration of Independence
Uh-huh.
that actually speaks to all of this.
Right.
Oh my god, it's right there. And you know what's really great is because they break apart the Declaration of Independence
Mhm.
and they define with case law what certain things mean in the declaration. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness, it totally transforms not only the declaration but also the original constitution from 1787.
Right. And but in They Be Pirates, they are referencing to Blackstone's commentaries.
Right. Which
And
is so
that
great that
is
I ended up
that's
having to
what
add a star.
yeah, that's what this book is
Mhm.
because the How to Study Law book is including clear presentations of the elements of all of Blackstone's commentaries. Right. And
Mm,
this book isn't
interesting.
as thick. I mean, what I've learned is anything that really goes with the common law,
Mhm.
uh, it's pretty simple. It's pretty big font. You know,
Yep.
it's not
Doable.
microscopic at all. And they're talking about all the depositories of the law, the equity, you know,
Well, and learning that there was um, an American admiralty law
yes.
before this navigable inland waterways thing. Mhm.
So, and
With the
then in the
British.
1700s, sometime also when the Americas were being established ish, when they still had all the pirates, the
Mhm.
pirates,
Mhm.
you know, because they were doing everything on uh, Jamaica. The pirates were like just hanging out in Nassau, you
Jamaica
know,
me crazy.
Jamaica. And because it was close enough and far enough, you know, and
Mhm.
so they were hoarding their scores there until they could figure out how to sell them in Europe.
Wow. It wasn't the Caribbean islands? I always thought that it was the Caribbean or is it Caribbean or Caribbean? You know?
Hey,
Ain't it
tomato,
close enough?
tomato.
I
I
know.
don't know. Like it's one of those. Okay. And also, I don't know. It could be either any, it could have been maybe, I'm sure it was all the islands. I'm sure
Mhm.
all the islands have stories.
Mhm.
I mean, can you only imagine these major ships and all the, you know, and all the commerce was happening on the high seas,
Mhm.
admiralty law for area, friends, admiralty law
Mhm.
jurisdiction.
Mhm.
If so they tried to bring that admiralty law jurisdiction right on here into our land and soil. They're dry docked over here.
Mhm.
And I've noticed that there's, you know, questions in here like people are starting our show off with this kind of thing. You know, what if they illegally arrest you after correcting your okay, listen. We are peaceful, lawful
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
We are at peace. We're lawful people. We're not interested in not being honorable and not operating outside of honor. And so, you know, if you're going to be a sovereign and you're not honorable, I mean, we have like really draconian measures for people who are operating in dishonor on the
Well,
land.
but here's the thing. Okay. You really had to go there, right, Niti? No, just kidding.
Uh, I've only been reading about all of this. I
Right.
mean, you
This is
know,
so
like
great. No, the issue becomes
yeah,
where do we get the definition of honor or dishonor? That's the problem. Okay. That's the problem
right,
because then
right.
people are like, ah, la, 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 la. I do not know. I do not know where I get the definition of
Oh,
being, you know,
I'll tell you where, right here.
they're like,
It's right here. Like your heart
mm-hmm,
knows the truth, okay? And also like me and Michelle say all the time cuz me and Michelle we're pretty can be naive, you know. It's like cuz we don't have the energy.
we,
We don't have the
um,
energy to be like whatever.
well, sometimes.
So, sometimes we're very focused, but you know, I mean, here's what me and Michelle know. God is watching you.
Mm.
We don't have the energy for all this. So we
Mm.
can't be monitoring you constantly, and it's not
Oh,
our
no.
work. That
And
is
we're
not
not
a
supposed to. We're
that's
not
not
supposed
our
to.
work. Like, it's not our
Oh,
work. We don't
no.
care. We're not trying to I
Mm.
think that you think that we watching you, like, all the time. We're not.
I don't wanna be elf on the shelf. Okay, no. No way.
No. Boo. No. No, we're just loving you. We're just loving.
Oh.
We're loving
Mhm.
people. We're loving living women who we're just like enough is enough, okay? So all
Mhm.
the lies and all the immorality, you could just stop it. Just stop what you're doing. And
Mhm.
of course, people want to come beat us up over that, but
Mhm.
so we're not going to help you figure your court cases out because we're trying to get our courts up because in our courts on the land and soil, the way our courts work is if there's no harm, there's no crime. If you have not
Mhm.
caused any harm, there's no crime. And so, why would we want to do anything except get our courts up?
Mhm.
I just
Mhm.
am curious to know, like, why are we caring? Michelle, they want to talk about me. They want to talk about you. Everybody coming and attacking us. And the people that jump on the I hate Niti and the I hate Michelle train, y'all are so naive that they can distract you from putting your courts up.
Well, the issue is distraction pays, that's why listen, why do you think they came out with, reality TV? Drama. Why do you think they came out with soap operas, the thing that looked like reality TV before it was TV?
Hmm.
Conditioning everyone to have a voyeur mindset of drama. Drama,
Yeah.
drama, drama, drama. So
Hmm.
there's either paid provocateurs
Yes.
or there's people that just love drama.
Right.
Now,
And
I've been called a drama queen in my life. I'm not gonna lie.
oh, oh,
But we have to stand up our court despite drama.
I
Mhm.
stopped being a drama queen a long time ago because I'm just bored of drama. I'm just reading about the
Mhm.
facts because facts are fun. The thing I
Believe it
like
or not, they are. Oh my gosh.
I love facts. You wanna know, I ever since I was like, "Wait a minute, we don't have to wonder because we could just operate on the truth like gravity," like,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's so crystal clear at the edge of a cliff how to go, like what decision to make."
That's
And
an
once
example I use too. Yeah, it is black. It's like black and white. Yeah.
it's black and white. So people say, "Niti,
Mhm.
you're so black and white. It's either this, it's either your way or the no way." And I'm like, "It's not my way.
Mhm.
There is the truth and then there's lies."
Mhm.
And you think that I mean, that you're trying to say that I'm standing on truth, so maybe I'm representing the truth, so that's my way? I didn't make up gravity. Girl, I'm not I mean, I thought I was pretty powerful, but not really, not that
I thought I was powerful till I couldn't think away my few gray hair. Yeah, I got some gray hairs under here.
Oh god.
And I used
Yeah.
to be like, okay, if I was so powerful,
I would look like
if
I
I
was
was a
20
creator,
again.
if
Yeah,
I could
if I
just
could
think my way into
back
doing
back
these.
into my 20-year-old body, please.
Mhm.
Now, yeah. So friends, let me just tell y'all.
Mhm. Yeah, the self-empowerment movement left me with cellulite and gray hair.
Just all okay, so friends, I just want to say something. I just want to say, don't let people talk you into the drama. Can we
Mhm.
just stay focused on the courts? Like,
Did
if
you have some drama recently?
girl,
Is it bad? Okay,
okay, here.
you don't have to go there if you don't want to, because I was realizing, you poor thing, it
Mhm.
seems like you got something going on over there that I don't know about.
Ah,
Not that I have to know, I'm just saying.
who cares? This is what
Yeah.
I think is hilarious. Okay, I
Mhm.
go away for the weekend and I don't talk to anybody in on our state assembly for 3 days
Mhm.
or 2 days. I think it was really just 2 days. They
Mhm.
miss me so much because
But
I come back and I'm called into a meeting to talk about how everybody's talking about me because and I'm just like, everyone is so distracted
Mhm.
with like just coming after anybody
Mhm.
or trying to seek blame or whatever it is that they want,
Mhm.
instead of just standing up the courts. Like, I don't know, you might know a thing or two about this, Michelle, because you're the coordinator for the state of California. Okay.
Yeah, well, according to many, that means I don't know jack diddly squat. So let's see what you got.
Well, I think that you're aware that you're supposed to make sure all the seats are filled with people who know how to pretend to do this job.
Uh-huh.
I mean, at least
That's
pretend.
it. That's basically it. Yeah.
I mean, okay, are we looking for just people with a pulse? Maybe. Maybe, but it would be nice if the guy that runs the website knows how to build a website. I mean, but I
Right.
mean, the nerve
Right.
of you to want them to know that, Michelle, the
Yeah.
nerve. Are you vetting people for that position?
We're vetting people for every position.
Oh my God. Did you know you're not allowed to do that?
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Well,
apparently.
I know that California is self-governing,
Oh,
and
okay.
so,
I
California.
mean, so okay, wait. Are you
Mhm.
qualifying people like,
No, we vet for eligibility.
okay, and then do you vet for knowledge?
Actually, we don't vet very much for knowledge. No.
No,
No.
but no, you
No.
don't. Right. But
Mm-mm.
if they don't know how to, if they don't know anything about being a coroner,
Right.
then how does that work?
Yeah, so certain positions require a certain level of expertise.
Are you sure?
Well, one of the things I learned from in 2021, it
Mhm.
might have been 2022, but I'm pretty sure it was in 2021.
Uh-huh.
We were looking to fill the coroner position, and Anna
Mhm.
said, "You want someone, you could find a retired doctor or a retired nurse or
Mhm.
someone who has had the training
Mhm.
to be able to lawfully
Mhm.
proclaim
Mhm.
life and death."
Oh, I
And
could
then
do that.
and
I
then
see. I can know that. I can just check you for a pulse and know
know
or no.
what to do with those proper declarations. You know what I mean? They have to be able to declare,
Mhm.
"Yep, someone's alive," and their
Mhm.
word matters.
Oh,
That
how do you
position is
how do you how do you know that
how do you know what?
that they know any of that stuff?
Yeah, you don't. That's why I think she was recommending at that time that we find someone who had some kind of a history with either, health or medical
Mhm.
something.
So they had to have qualifications.
Yeah, it's funny because we didn't do qualifications. It
Versus
wasn't
what?
it wasn't really qualifications. So it was
Mm.
about eligibility. So like
Mhm.
our corner, this one was like a no-brainer
Mhm.
because he used to be an assistant coroner for the county of Los Angeles. Okay,
Oh.
so he worked under Thomas Noguchi,
Oh.
who's like a famous pathologist who, I think it was
Wow.
like Natalie Wood case. He dealt with uh, I guess I think some of the Helter Skelter people that were murdered.
Oh. Oh.
Tate,
Wow.
Sharon Tate.
Okay.
Anyway, so the guy, he was being mentored by like, you know, some hotshot coroner. So,
Mm. Mhm.
so that's our corner.
Hmm.
That's our state corner.
So when you
John.
say they didn't have to have qualifications, but he was a coroner.
Yeah, it's weird because Anna always taught us not to vet for qualifications because God, if you're called, God will qualify you.
Got
God,
it.
and God doesn't always qualify. Sorry, God doesn't always call on the
Uh-huh.
qualified.
Right.
So
What if what if
there is a learning
nobody
curve. There's a learning curve. Like our martial at arms had
Uh-huh.
never ever ever done martial at arms work before. Had absolutely no idea, and so is going through on the job training.
Right. He loves it. He's really good. So my question is,
Yeah, you know what? I would say 95% of our assembly believes that, feels that, knows that, and then there's a loud 5%
oh, well,
that disagrees.
I think anybody can learn anything that they want to know how to do,
Uh-huh.
because I'm not an attorney or have ever worked in law,
Mhm.
but I just got all these books. And,
Right.
like, I am gonna know all this stuff.
You might be
And
ready to be a justice after all that.
and I don't even want to be a justice, like,
Right.
no, no.
No.
But I just wanna know how to protect and defend my family,
Uh-huh.
like, literally, that's
Well,
all.
and that everything in those books more than
Yeah,
likely came from the Bible. So the original source book, tells you all of
yeah.
that.
The law
Mhm.
book, the original law book.
The original law book.
Right. I mean, but they converted it into all these 100 different laws. Well, there's 5 or 6 different varieties that we should
Mhm.
know how they go, because Anna even says, like, we are going to be doing business, and as sovereigns were the only ones who could operate in commerce.
No, no. Law merchant.
No, I mean, in the very beginning, when she talks about William Belcher, that
Uh-huh.
as Americans, we wanted to, as a union of states, we wanted to practice commerce.
We did? I didn't know that. Okay.
We did. We wanted to be able to operate in commerce with, Europe. Remember? Or with anybody. Like, we had all these natural resources here, but we weren't able to operate in commerce without a sovereign.
Right. Well, it might be semantics, and I'm still on my learning journey about that. But in my mind, right, commerce is commercial, and commercial is in the
Business.
right. But they're two different
Well, she
realms.
keeps talking about it as commerce, okay?
Mm,
So, like, call it law merchant, call it whatever. We wanna call it business. If you wanna do international business,
right.
then you had to be a sovereign to be able to do that.
Mm,
And so that was when William Belcher said, "I declare you all sovereigns in your own right, and everyone born on this land going forward," because he didn't want that responsibility by himself, remember?
yeah.
So when he did that, and when all that happened, but they knew law merchant because they had already been operating in business on the seas and on the high seas, and
Hmm.
do you know what I'm
Hmm.
talking about? But
Well, yeah, but it's weird because the jurisdictions,
mhm,
are it's like it feels like into perpetuity. The the British have been running
mhm.
they've been running commerce for crying out loud.
Right, as they
And
went
so
and raped and
mhm,
pillaged all the lands and took over and colonized the whole world and whatever they did,
mhm.
right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And in fact, the same issues that our founders had when they drafted the Declaration of Independence in
Mhm.
1776, we're having those exact same problems right now because
So
the quote government won't assent to the authority of
mhm,
the superior court of the county, lowercase s,
mhm,
superior courts. So,
right.
and girl, I gotta run. I gotta
I know,
go.
you said at the beginning you gotta go. So, like, friends, we get into this and we can hardly get out of it. It's like a real quick bing bong. Okay,
Ping pong.
this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay on here for just a few minutes, Michelle, and I'm going to let these folks get the books because they wanted to know about the books.
That's
Um,
amazing. Yes.
and so I'm happy to share. I can also tell you I don't have all the books that I ordered. I ordered about 40 books. It's a lot of
Oh,
books.
wow.
And
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to Niti. That's a
uh,
shopping spree of knowledge
uh
there. I
I
can't wait.
mean, every time because I was like, I just want to get it. I just want to read them. I want to have the ability because, that's what everybody's always referencing too. And we can't
Mhm.
if you go to your local library, at least ours, you can't take any of the law books out of the library.
Isn't that great? They just don't want you to know, huh?
They don't, if they have anything that's worth reading. So I'm not going to
Okay.
hold you up, Michelle.
I love you, beautiful people. And thank you, Niti. I'll see you next Monday at our usual time, 11
Yes,
next
we'll
week.
be back on our normal time next week. Sorry.
11 Pacific, 2
2 o'clock
Eastern.
Eastern Standard. Yep.
Okay. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Michelle. All right, friends. Let me see if I can pull. Actually, I'll just share with you guys the website that I ordered the books from. It's just from Forgotten Books. You guys probably already know this. I don't know. Books.com. And then what I did was I was searching ancient law books. And let me see if it'll come up here. Huh. Hold on. It's not letting me look it up that way. Let me see if it'll. I have it on here. It is forgottenbooks.com. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to put the link right here in the show for you. The libraries, okay, so what they did, Edward, was they burned all the books. So Edward's saying maybe the library fears those books might not return. I'm sure they wouldn't. Yeah, that's good too, Pagan Belief Day. Yeah. Yes, I think that but anyway, this is the website, y'all. Theforgottenbooks.com. And so the ones that I have are, like I said, I started searching for ancient law books. And I was really excited about this history and this and system of the common law. History this way. History on the readings on the history and system of the common law. And then, I mean, I'm most excited about that one and this one, How to Study Law, because this gets into the Blackstone's commentaries. And there's a lot about that in our Baby Pirates Matey book that Anna's talking to us about every week. So I hope these help you guys. And we appreciate you all. And we look forward to seeing everybody again next week. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Anna. So bring your questions. Okay, guys? Have a great day.